Most aspirants think revision means reading the same books again and again, highlighting lines, turning pages, hoping it sticks. But real revision doesn't work like that. Revision is not about rereading, it's about recall, connections and practice. If you can't recall an answer without opening the book, it won't help in the exam hall. True revision is about connecting concepts, simplifying them through mind maps, and strengthening recall with repeated MCQ practice. That's where structured revision makes a difference. The quick revision classes for prelims starting 20th January at 2 p.m. are designed exactly for this. Focused revision through core topics, smart consolidation, mind map based clarity, and MCQ driven practice. With 40 intensive classes, the program ensures complete coverage of high yield areas, helping you revise efficiently and recall with confidence when it matters the most. Because in prelims, success does not come from reading again. It comes from remembering faster and applying better. To know more, visit our website or call us on the given number. Aspirants, let me ask you, how ready are you for Prelims 2026? Not just in hours, but in clarity, strategy, and execution. With the exam approaching fast, doubt is natural. Are you missing gaps? Is your effort aligned? If doubt seeps in, that's your cue to preparation with precision. That's where the Fasttrack course for UPSC Prelims 2026 by Vision IAS comes in. It is designed to turn uncertainty into a clear, step-by-step plan for success. Starting from 28th January 2 p.m., the course offers structured syllabus mastery, where expert guidance ensures that every topic and every concept is covered thoroughly and precisely. Current affairs are simplified through PT 365 sessions, making important developments easy to understand. Performance tracking is built in with mini tests and detailed expert feedback, helping you identify gaps and strengthen weak areas. So, if self-doubt is creeping in or time feels short, remember, it's not about rushing, it's about preparing smart, step by step, with clear direction. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Preparation without mentoring is like sprinting blindfolded. You may be moving fast, but not always in the right direction. That's why Lakshya 2026 offers two focused mentoring paths. For aspirants targeting UPSC Prelims 2026, the Lakshya Prelims Mentoring Program starting 7th February gives prelims focused planning, regular test, mentor feedback, and clear guidance on what to revise, what to skip, and how to attempt the paper confidently. For those preparing for the entire UPSC journey, the Lakshya Integrated Mentoring Program beginning 30th January provides a stage-wise roadmap from prelims to mains to interview, with integrated current affairs, structured evaluations, and continuous mentoring for steady progress. Two programs, two goals, one clear direction. Prepare with clarity, move forward with confidence. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. UPSC doesn't punish less study, it punishes unchanged mistakes. If the same issues keep repeating, your prep isn't improving. It's just getting longer. Recall drops in mocks, answers stay generic, elimination errors repeat. Current affairs doesn't convert into mains points. These are signs your preparation needs correction. That's not an effort problem, it's a system problem. Vision IAS Delhi GS Foundation is built to fix this early. Sequenced classes, timely tests, built-in revision, mentorship reviews. PT 365 and Mains 365 make current affairs usable in answers. If UPSC 2027 is your target, start with a structure that makes improvement predictable. Batches starting from 3rd February at 8 am at GTB Nagar and 6th February at 11 am, 13th February at 8 am and 24th February at 5 pm at Karol Bagh. For more information, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Most aspirants think revision means reading the same books again and again, highlighting lines, turning pages, hoping it sticks. But real revision doesn't work like that. Revision is not about rereading, it's about recall, connections and practice. If you can't recall an answer without opening the book, it won't help in the exam hall. True revision is about connecting concepts, simplifying them through mind maps, and strengthening recall with repeated MCQ practice. That's where structured revision makes a difference. The quick revision classes for prelims starting 20th January at 2 pm are designed exactly for this. Focused revision through core topics, smart consolidation, mind map based clarity and MCQ driven practice. With 40 intensive classes, the program ensures complete coverage of high yield areas, helping you revise efficiently and recall with confidence when it matters the most. Because in prelims, success does not come from reading again. It comes from remembering faster and applying better. To know more, visit our website or call us on the given number. Aspirants, let me ask you, how ready are you for Prelims 2026? Not just in hours, but in clarity, strategy and execution. With the exam approaching fast, doubt is natural. Are you missing gaps? Is your effort aligned? If doubt seeps in, that's your cue to preparation with precision. That's where the Fasttrack course for UPSC Prelims 2026 by Vision IAS comes in. It is designed to turn uncertainty into a clear, step-by-step plan for success. Starting from 28th January 2 pm, the course offers structured syllabus mastery, where expert guidance ensures that every topic and every concept is covered thoroughly and precisely. Current affairs are simplified through PT 365 sessions, making important developments easy to understand. Performance tracking is built in with mini tests and detailed expert feedback, helping you identify gaps and strengthen weak areas. So, if self-doubt is creeping in or time feels short, remember, it's not about rushing, it's about preparing smart, step by step with clear direction. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Preparation without mentoring is like sprinting blindfolded. You may be moving fast, but not always in the right direction. That's why Lakshya 2026 offers two focused mentoring paths. For aspirants targeting UPSC Prelims 2026, the Lakshya Prelims Mentoring Program starting 7th February gives prelims focused planning, regular test, mentor feedback and clear guidance on what to revise, what to skip and how to attempt the paper confidently. For those preparing for the entire UPSC journey, the Lakshya Integrated Mentoring Program beginning 30th January provides a stage-wise roadmap from prelims to mains to interview, with integrated current affairs, structured evaluations and continuous mentoring for steady progress. Two programs, two goals, one clear direction. Prepare with clarity, move forward with confidence. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. UPSC doesn't punish less study, it punishes unchanged mistakes. If the same issues keep repeating, your prep isn't improving. It's just getting longer. Recall drops in mocks, answers stay generic, elimination errors repeat. Current affairs doesn't convert into mains points. These are signs your preparation needs correction. That's not an effort problem, it's a system problem. Vision IAS Delhi GS Foundation is built to fix this early. Sequenced classes, timely tests, built-in revision, mentorship reviews. PT 365 and Mains 365 make current affairs usable in answers. If UPSC 2027 is your target, start with a structure that makes improvement predictable. Batches starting from 3rd February at 8 am at GTB Nagar and 6th February at 11 am, 13th February at 8 am and 24th February at 5 pm at Karol Bagh. For more information, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Most aspirants think revision means reading the same books again and again, highlighting lines, turning pages, hoping it sticks. But real revision doesn't work like that. Revision is not about rereading, it's about recall, connections and practice. If you can't recall an answer without opening the book, it won't help in the exam hall. True revision is about connecting concepts, simplifying them through mind maps, and strengthening recall with repeated MCQ practice. That's where structured revision makes a difference. The quick revision classes for prelims starting 20th January at 2 pm are designed exactly for this. Focused revision through core topics, smart consolidation, mind map based clarity and MCQ driven practice. With 40 intensive classes, the program ensures complete coverage of high yield areas, helping you revise efficiently and recall with confidence when it matters the most. Because in prelims, success does not come from reading again. It comes from remembering faster and applying better. To know more, visit our website or call us on the given number. Aspirants, let me ask you, how ready are you for Prelims 2026? Not just in hours, but in clarity, strategy and execution. With the exam approaching fast, doubt is natural. Are you missing gaps? Is your effort aligned? If doubt seeps in, that's your cue to preparation with precision. That's where the Fasttrack course for UPSC Prelims 2026 by Vision IAS comes in. It is designed to turn uncertainty into a clear, step-by-step plan for success. Starting from 28th January 2 pm, the course offers structured syllabus mastery, where expert guidance ensures that every topic and every concept is covered thoroughly and precisely. Current affairs are simplified through PT 365 sessions, making important developments easy to understand. Performance tracking is built in with mini tests and detailed expert feedback, helping you identify gaps and strengthen weak areas. So, if self-doubt is creeping in or time feels short, remember, it's not about rushing, it's about preparing smart, step by step with clear direction. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Preparation without mentoring is like sprinting blindfolded. You may be moving fast, but not always in the right direction. That's why Lakshya 2026 offers two focused mentoring paths. For aspirants targeting UPSC Prelims 2026, the Lakshya Prelims Mentoring Program starting 7th February gives prelims focused planning, regular test, mentor feedback and clear guidance on what to revise, what to skip and how to attempt the paper confidently. For those preparing for the entire UPSC journey, the Lakshya Integrated Mentoring Program beginning 30th January provides a stage-wise roadmap from prelims to mains to interview, with integrated current affairs, structured evaluations and continuous mentoring for steady progress. Two programs, two goals, one clear direction. Prepare with clarity, move forward with confidence. To register, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. UPSC doesn't punish less study, it punishes unchanged mistakes. If the same issues keep repeating, your prep isn't improving. It's just getting longer. Recall drops in mocks, answers stay generic, elimination errors repeat. Current affairs doesn't convert into mains points. These are signs your preparation needs correction. That's not an effort problem, it's a system problem. Vision IAS Delhi GS Foundation is built to fix this early. Sequenced classes, timely tests, built-in revision, mentorship reviews. PT 365 and Mains 365 make current affairs usable in answers. If UPSC 2027 is your target, start with a structure that makes improvement predictable. Batches starting from 3rd February at 8 am at GTB Nagar and 6th February at 11 am, 13th February at 8 am and 24th February at 5 pm at Karol Bagh. For more information, visit our website or call us on the given numbers. Most aspirants think revision means reading the same books again and again, highlighting lines, turning pages, hoping it sticks. But real revision doesn't work like that. Revision is not about rereading, it's about recall, connections and practice. If you can't recall an answer without opening the book, it won't help in the exam hall. True revision is about connecting concepts, simplifying them through mind maps, and strengthening recall with repeated MCQ practice. That's where structured revision makes a difference. The quick revision classes for prelims starting 20th January at 2 pm are designed exactly for this. Focused revision through core topics, smart consolidation, mind map based clarity and MCQ driven practice. With 40 intensive classes, the program ensures complete coverage of high yield areas, helping you revise efficiently.
Good evening, everyone. So this year you are going to appear. Last year you appeared or not? Yes. So any difficulty? What was the score? Like what you found your score? Okay. So what we need to read in CSAT? Okay. So which part is difficult in CSAT? How many parts are there? Three parts. One is just a second. Three parts. One is quant, maths part. One is LR, logical reasoning, and then reading comprehension. So which part you feel it is difficult? Maths, it is first part, maths. This RC part is not difficult, no? That means we don't need to devote much time for RC. For RC, what we can read? What are the sources which we can study? No sources? Only PYQs are the sources. We can read them. We can see what UPSC has marked answer. Then we can get that idea that, okay, this way we need to read the questions. This way we need to see what different tail words are there. In RC's tail words are there. What kind of tail words? Like they are asking what inference we can draw. What is the crux of the passage? This way, different tail words are there. We need to understand what is the meaning of it. How we can understand? With the help of the answers marked by UPSC. Like this happens every time when CSAT answer keys are coming. In RC is what happens. Every time 4 or 5 questions answer keys are different. What UPSC is giving and what different coaching institutes are giving. This happens every time. That is why when we are getting score of 80, 90, then also we are not sure we have crossed the mark or not. Correct? Okay. This part, this LR part is relatively easier. So how many questions are asked here? Roughly 35. Sometimes it is 40 also. In few years it is 41, 42 also. LR 15. RC 25 to 30. Earlier they were asking more questions from this RC part. Like 35 questions. More than 35 questions, 40 questions. But they have reduced this RC part where they had increased quants. And this part is difficult. And every year what is happening? More difficult questions they are asking. So like out of 35, how many we need to attempt? Because if we are going to attempt all the 35 questions, it is going to take 3 hours. But total 2 hours. So here we can attempt more. 8 to 10 questions, relatively easier questions in LR. Then here, if we can get 50-20, then remaining, here we can mark all the questions. No? But for few, this RC is also difficult. For maths background students, they can have the problem here in RC. Because what happens, how we can see the problems? It is, what is the accuracy? Accuracy is more, less. Someone is having more accuracy, someone is having lesser accuracy. So if lesser accuracy, that means more number of questions we need to attempt. More accuracy, even with low attempts, we can get. How many in total we need? We just need 27 questions correct. Total 80 questions. Out of 80, just we need to mark 27 correct after deducting that negative marking and other things. Like we have attempted just 27 questions out of 80 and all the 27 questions are correct. Then we have crossed that barrier. So how much marks we need? 66, 33%. For that we need these many questions correct after deducting negative markings. So how many questions? We are having a lot of scope of leaving the questions, skipping the questions. So the questions we are skipping, if we are having very good idea about the syllabus, about the questions, and we are skipping the right questions, which can take or kill a lot of time. Getting this? Then simply our attempts 50. 30 questions we have skipped. But out of 30 questions, 10 questions are very easy. Then it is not good for us. So we need to know how many questions we need to see from starting to end. It's not like we have started with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. This way we cannot attempt. These things you might have done in the test also and last year also. So this way we cannot have the approach. We need to just have a scan of question paper. Which questions, topic familiarity. First, we cannot have this idea that this question is difficult or easy. First thing we can have this idea that we are familiar with this topic or not. First we'll get that idea. Okay, number system. Okay, number of zeros. LCM, HCF, percentage. These ideas we can get. After then, what we can have, okay, questions are coming from familiar topics which I have read. First thing we can get that. After then what we can do, we can see the length of the questions. Like if it is very big, 6, 7, 8 lines are written, one question, and then they have asked question 4 options. So while reading those questions, we are going to devote 1.5 minutes. Even once more we need to read. That means we are going to devote 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and after then how much time it is going to take to solve it, also we don't know. So if the length is bigger, we are going to mark it, okay, I will see at the second go. Otherwise I will skip it. So we'll try to skip questions. Then in the first go we'll mark, okay, these are difficult. This way we can do something. These exercises we can do, we can have different practice tests. In that we can have. So these are the things, like these are different parts. This way the number of questions UPSC is asking, and after then difficulty. Difficulty level, it is increasing every year. It is increasing every year. So how you can get this idea that this paper is difficult or not? The questions are not, we're not able to solve it. One question I picked, I'm not getting the answer. Second question, not getting the answer. Then paper is very difficult. But it can happen that those 2 questions were very difficult. So these things we cannot practice in the examination hall. The first time we are appearing for it and we are trying to do all these things. It can be a panic creating situation. We need to go for some simulated tests, or we can simply solve PYQs. PYQ solve kara hoga kuch. So try to solve, like if you have started with 23 paper. So 23 paper is very difficult. RC is not that difficult, but maths part was very difficult. So if you see, if you started the first PYQ paper you are solving, that is 2023, then you are going to get setbacks. Ki I know nothing about this quant part. It is very difficult. But if you take this 24 paper, that is not that difficult. If you take 22, 21, or if you go before 2017, very easy questions. Because earlier, 2017, 18, before that, what was happening? No one was taking any test for CSAT. Just before the examination, people were looking for few concepts. What are different formulas, how to calculate LCM, how to calculate HCM, what is percentage profit loss. Formula dekh liya, then they went on to appear for the paper. And everyone was getting like more than 100. But UPSC also understood this. They started increasing the level of difficulty in the paper. So we need to be careful. Many students like 22, 23, 24, 25, they had very good scores in GS, but in CSAT, 60, 57, 58. So what happens if difficult paper? Few questions are very difficult, and if we have started with those questions, what happens? The easy questions also we are not going to make it. Panic situation. Already we have panicked in GS paper, and then 3 hours gap, again, very difficult. So we need to manage all these things. That is why these simulations are required. But before that, we need to read also. How we can have confidence? If we have read a lot, if we have practiced a lot, then only we can have confidence. It is for tests also. That is why what happens? Why do you postpone tests? Like the test date, you know. And everywhere what happens, you can postpone tests, but it is written you cannot prepone, but you can postpone. So what happens mostly, I have seen the data, mostly the students, they postpone it. Why? Because they are not having that confidence. The target they had set, they have not completed. So that is why postponement, ki chalo 1 week more, I will get time, I will take some time, will read, then will appear for test. Then also not gaining confidence. Now paper is out. So taking the paper, solving it, few questions, okay. 10, 20 questions I have already solved. Now if I appear these 10, 20, so I am going to make it correct. But initially it is also okay. But after some time, you are gaining some understanding. You know more about concepts. But how? How you can have more understanding about the concepts? In maths, like reasoning maths, RC में तो कुछ करना नहीं है. But what happens? In maths, we need to know what are different concepts. Otherwise, we cannot get the answer. But yes, this thing is there that previous year questions, the same question will not come, but similar type of questions can come. So we can identify what are different concepts which are important. And if you see the previous year questions, you can have this idea that similar concepts are being asked. Every year this is happening. Like out of 35 questions from maths, what is happening? 20 questions are coming same. Similar concepts, numbers they are changing. Concepts are same. So what are different topics we need to read? यही होता है. If we panicked, then we start guessing. Because what happens while attempting paper, when we count just 30 minutes back, when 2 hours clock, 2 hours time, 1 hour 30 minutes, we count numbers, how many questions we have attempted. So if we have started with maths, so what happens? Very less attempts. Like 1 hour and 30 minutes are gone, you have just completed 25 questions. Then panic starts, what to do? Then you are reading RC, then questions, then coming back, then okay, I need to mark, okay, A, B, similar, okay, B is done, C is done, D is done. In maths also, you start guessing. I have solved, then what happens again? You have solved a few questions in maths part, in reasoning also, but you did not get the answer. So what happens? You again go to the same question, not different, because I have devoted some time, few things I know, so should I attempt that? So what happens? Okay, I will attempt this. Again you are devoting more time. Time is lost. Then you start guessing answers. C, D, whatever it is coming. You're not rechecking it. That is why CSAT, what happens? We don't need to maximize our attempt. We need to minimize our errors, mistakes. And at the same time, what we need to do? We are like minimizing attempts. Don't go for maximizing कि 70-80 लेके आना है, कट ऑफ तो बनना नहीं है. अपने अटेम्प्ट्स पे ध्यान नहीं देना कितने होने. Accuracy should be good. Correct. And also we need to pick what kind of questions I'm going to solve. But ये बोलना आसान है, करना मुश्किल है. That is difficult. And these things you already know, negative marking is there. But the real challenge is pressure. How you are dealing with pressure, that is important. If you see the quant syllabus, more than 50% weightage is with number system. And then we have this percentage part. Okay. This number system is having the highest weightage in quant. Like there are different sub parts to it. And these are very new. In percentage, we know and we also remember few things from schools. But this number system part, if like you have appeared in some tests, SSC or other examination, or even if you have appeared for like placements, then also you might have got few questions. Otherwise, there is no chance that you have seen these questions from number system. Like number system, what happens? Different concepts. Like they are asking questions on unit digit. What will be the unit digit of number? But they will not ask this way. 1, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Find out the unit digit of this number. What is the unit digit? 8, the last digit. No. Unit digit from right side first. Unit 10th place, 100th place, then 1000th place. This way it will go on. Unit digit is 8, but this way they will not ask question. First we need to know what is unit digit. Then we can understand the concept. If any number is given, it is asked what is the unit digit. This is the unit digit, but this is very simple. But they will ask this way. They will write 8 to the power this. 8 to the power this number. What will be the unit digit? Then they will write 178 to the power this number. What can be the unit digit? Or they can write this plus 179 to the power 1957. Add these two numbers. What is the unit digit? So they can make difficult questions. But the concept we know. But for that, we need to have some understanding. If this way big numbers are given, how we can get unit digits. For that, if we see the explanation, it would be difficult, because if different questions are asked, then we need to have the concept, the basic concept with respect to numbers which are written in terms of powers, how we can get the unit digit. So that concept, we need to have hold on it. Correct? Then there are different concepts in number systems, like it can be asked about number of zeros. This is also a concept. So the basic concept is what? A number is written 179. How many zeros are there at the end of this number? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Concept is this. But the question would be asked this way. Find out if it is written 1, 0, or if this way it is written 70 to the power this. How many zeros are there at the end? Difficult. If it is written like 10 factorial, how many zeros are there in this? So we know the concept, but different questions can be formed. So how to solve these questions? For that, the basic concept we need to know. Like 5 and 2 are multiplied, we get 1 0 at the end. The basic concept is this. So how many 5 and 2s are there, we can get the answer. Like if it is written a number y, 5 to the power 100 into 2 to the power 100, how many zeros are there at the end? So 1 5 and 2 ka pair, 1 0. 5 and 2 ke how many pairs we are getting? 100. So basic concept. So we need to understand this. If we understand that, whatever the question they ask, we can solve it. There can be different variations to it. And UPSC is also changing variations. Started with simple question, then difficult, then more difficult. The same way it is asking in GS papers. Earlier basic concepts, then little moderate concepts, then they are digging deeper. They are asking very deep questions. So the same continues here in CSAT also, in the second paper also. Correct? Okay. Done. Then there are other topics also, like unit digit, number of zeros, then classification of numbers. You have heard about this prime number, integers, even numbers, odd numbers, this way. So UPSC is asking questions on these also. They're not asking which one is prime number, which one is odd number, which one is even number. This way they are not asking questions. But they are asking questions this way. Suppose a number is written 4 to the power 81 plus it is written 3 to the power 79. This number is even or odd? है ना, निकाल सकते हैं इसको. There are different properties also. Numbers are added, numbers are multiplied. A number is written this way, y, 1 into 2 into 3, this way till 999. Is this number even or odd? Correct. So confusion can come. It is even or odd. Like 2 is there, multiplied, last number is 999. We can feel ki it is odd number. We can think ki it is odd number. Or we can see here it is written 2. It is even number. So we need to know what are the basics of it. Then these confusions may go. Whatever the question they ask with respect to this. Getting this? Then if it is asked, then there are other topics also, like classification of numbers, listing of numbers, LCM, HCF, then number of pages, then 2-digit, 3-digit numbers, manipulation of digits, divisibility rules. These are basically part of number system. These are basically part of number system. These are very important. What happens from number system itself, in last 4 or 5 years ka trend if we see, they are asking questions more than 20. Out of 35, 37, 38, 40 questions, more than 20 questions are coming from just number system only. So we can see 1 question is coming from this, 2 questions from this, 3 questions from this, 1 question. So these subtopics, just one subtopic is going to provide you at least 1 question. Then this percentage, LCM, HCF. Then percentage. Percentage, last 2, 3 years, 4 years, UPSC was not asking any question from this. Earlier they were asking more questions, like 7, 8 questions. Earlier data interpretation was also there. In data interpretation, basically percentage they were asking. And they stopped asking questions on data interpretation. They started asking questions on data sufficiency. Data is sufficient or not. They have switched. Data sufficiency is difficult as compared to data interpretation. So that is why they stopped asking questions. Earlier one bar diagram is there, one pie diagram is there. Then related 3 questions were there. Easier. But they stopped it. Right? So percentage, everyone might be aware of this. Percentage score. In the CSAT itself it is written, the qualifying marks are what? 33%. So 33% is not 66.66. 33% is what? 66. Correct. So this way, UPSC, like last 2 years, UPSC has started asking question again. Earlier, like if you see this 21, 22, 23, not a single question from percentage. It is easier. Then 24, 25, they started with like 1 question, 23, 2 questions. Then 2, 3, 4 questions. So we can expect from percentage ratios more questions this year. Correct? Correct. So this is what? Percentage. Percentage say we can expect 2 to 5 questions, 2 to 5. Even it can be more also, because trend is getting repeated by UPSC. Earlier more question from percentage, then less question, again it can be more. Like in GS also, history, in between years history was gone, modern Indian history. Again they started asking questions. So for modern Indian history, like you are taking 40 classes and not a single question is coming on prelims. But still, what happens? They started asking questions. Do read about history. History is also important. So UPSC is the trend setter, what we need to read more. If they asked any question, any new question, so next year what happens? Us new question ke topic pe there is one book published, correct? So that is not the way we are going to read for UPSC. Just like for CSAT, we need 66, not 198 or 200. है ना? उससे कोई award नहीं मिलेगा. But this 66 का barrier should be cleared. For that, what we can do, what we must do, that is important. Then these are the topics. Then ratios. Also, basically, the questions are linked with percentage only. Then time and work. Time and work is very consistent. Over the years, every year, at least one question they are asking. One question, two question, they are asking. Very consistent about this time and work. And time and work also not very difficult topic. But what happens, UPSC is asking the question, like time and work, maybe there are different variations. Percentage ratios, there are variations. So the last variation in time and work, like alternate days concept, UPSC is asking there. So if you start with the basic concepts, UPSC is not asking there. Then the last concept is alternate days. Like if you missed out on that, you will not get the answer correct. Then time, speed and distance. This is not very consistent topic. Time, speed and distance, it is more like physics. Speed, distance, time, variables, then relative speed. In time, speed and distance also there are various subparts. Like we are having relative speed concept, then we are having boats and stream, then we are having average speed concept, then we are having the concept of race, we are having the concept of circular track. So many concepts are there. Time and work. Time and work. Pipes and tanks, pipes and cisterns, they are part of time and work. Like A and B, A is working and completing a work in 10 days. B is completing the same work, completing in 15 days. If both are working together, in how many days they will complete the work, time and work? Another, pipe A is filling the tank in 10 hours. Pipe B is filling the tank in 15 hours. If both the pipes are open together, in how much time it will fill the tank completely? Similar concept. Similar concepts. Then we are having this average. This topic is also very consistent. UPSC is very consistent with average. Every year one question. Average. In average also there are so many things. If we read, but UPSC is asking basic questions. Average, how we calculate? Sum of the things divided by number of the things. Sum of observation divided by number of observation. What is the average score of this class? Correct. Sum of the scores divided by how many are there in this class. But in average, there are so many things. Like we are having mean, median, mode. We are having standard deviations also, variance also, statistics. Then we are having geometric mean, harmonic mean, correct? Arithmetic mean, arithmetic progression, harmonic progression. So many things are there. But we don't need to read a lot. Basic things. Basic things. Because the way questions are being asked, basic things we are going to cover. Set theory. So set theory we are not going to understand. Different theories. What is null set, what is phi set, what is other sets. Basic thing, Venn diagram. 10 are liking coffee. 20 are liking tea. Correct? And few are liking both. So how many number of people are there in this group? So through Venn diagram we can get answers. Very basic thing. Like number of articles they can ask. A set is there in which 100 articles are there. So this way they will not ask questions. Basic questions they will ask. Basically set theory is asked in reasoning part. Basically logical reasoning related questions are asked. Venn diagram. Then this permutation and combination. They're not asking any question. Okay. So 2023-24 CSAT batch. Can I need something else? No, you don't need anything else. If you have read what you need to do, appear for tests, do all the PYQs. That's done. Because you have to read a lot of things. You have to read a lot of things. But in the meantime, you cannot ignore it. But do not devote a lot of time for this. That is also important. So CSAT is a subject. CSAT, like economy, polity, geography, CSAT is also a subject. So we need to treat the CSAT as a subject. What happens every time we think about CSAT, it comes with it is just qualifying. Every time it comes with, it is qualifying in nature. So qualifying in nature, qualify hi to karna hai. But the way papers are set by UPSC, it is very difficult. So we need to have some strategy. We need to have some prior strategy. Aisa nahi ki last 10 days we are going to clear it. So permutation combination, not a single question is asked in last 2 years. Why? Because a lot of protest. So many protests happened after 23 paper. Because permutation combination, the number of questions were the highest. Like 8, 9, 10 questions UPSC asked from permutation and combination. And permutation, combination and probability is considered as part of higher mathematics. Getting this? So if it is part of higher mathematics, so UPSC cannot ask. If UPSC cannot ask, but UPSC said, see, the question, number of questions we have given in the paper, that can be solved with the help of normal understanding. But it is not written there that if with normal understanding we are solving these questions, it is going to take 10 minutes for each question. Because if we are not applying any formula, it is going to take a lot of time. So we are just applying counting practices, counting methods. It is going to take a lot of time. So permutation and combination, this year we are not going to expect that so many questions are going to come. But basic concepts we are going to understand. '24, '25, not a single question. Yes, P&C we are going to skip. Like right now it is not the time. Permutation and combination, if you want to read just the basics you can go with it. Like basic questions if they are asking, then we are going to solve it. Otherwise also if permutation combination are coming in the paper, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to mark it and we are going to leave it for the second round. In the first round we are not going to solve it because there are higher probability that the answers will be incorrect. So what we can do? We can have a basic understanding of permutation and combination. So basic questions are coming, we can solve them in the second round. Correct? Then data sufficiency. Data sufficiency questions are asked from these topics only. It is not a different topic. A different kind of question they are asking. But the concepts are related to these only. Then miscellaneous part, they are basically clubbing these concepts and asking questions. Like number system clubbed with percentage, ratios. Then time and work, again percentage concept is there. They are asking questions, they are clubbing the concepts of maths with LR. Like calendar concept, they are clubbing with number system. Remainders wala concept. In number system, there is a concept of remainders. How to calculate remainders with the help of divisibility rules. That is clubbed with calendar concept. So that is what UPSC is doing. So more we are going to see this way, these clubbing of concepts. So first we need to understand what are these concepts. Then we are going to club it. Correct? So, but one question, two question will be there when they are clubbing these concepts. But majority of the question will be coming from these concepts only. Correct? And not all the question we are going to attempt. So basics must be clear. So this is what about quant part. Then reasoning part is relatively easier. We can see the topics like calendars, cubes, clocks, codes, the very easy question from codes. Dices, only 2-3 variations are there. Every year they are asking the same question. Every year. If you know that concept, 100% it is correct. Dice. Series. Series questions, what happens? 2-3 questions UPSC is asking every year. So one question is doable, second question is very difficult. So go with 50% thing. Like one question I will attempt, another I'm going to skip. But if both are easier, then mark it both. Series and quotes, like if it is asked, like if it is written, series question, 1, 2, 3, 4, what is the fifth term? 5. If it is written, table of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, next term. If it is written this way, 2, 5, then 8, 11, I'm writing very simple question. What is happening? 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 3, 14, next term. Getting this? In quotes, what happens? If it is written, if plus is equal to plus, we are going to read, nahi, quotes mein kya hai? Ki, like if this is written A, B, C, D. If it is written, ki this is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. Then they can write ki what is the value of C, D, A, B. If they are writing this way, A, B, C, D is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Codes. Codes are being made. A, B, C, D is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D, E, F, G is equal to 4, 7, 8, 9. Then what would be the code for A, D, E, F? Correct? That way. Easy one. Yes, it is considered. If you see the questions, you will get this idea. These are the questions, we are going to mark it first. Then this. That is why these questions are on very set patterns. Every year, the similar kind of questions are asked. Every year, similar kind of questions. In DICE also, the similar kind of questions. For DICE, we need to have some concepts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is written. Then what is happening? Ki sides, upper side, lower side, then top, bottom, sides, front to back, which number would come near to 2. If front 2 are, we can see, front 3 we can see. So these are the patterns we can see from the previous year question. Only 2-3 patterns are there. Calendar also, what would be the day after like 1000 days? Today is what? Sunday? Saturday. So what would be the day after 1000 days? What would be the day on 1000th day? Calendar. So that concept we need to know, how we are calculating days. 1 week, 7 days. So Monday, after how many days Monday is coming? So we can get the basics. Based on the data sufficiency, I'm able to solve maths part of that question, but not able to mark right answer. Okay. So what happens in data? I'm coming to it, data sufficiency. Data sufficiency mein what happens? Data sufficiency mein what happens? Suppose some information is given in the first statement. In the second statement also what happens? Some information is given. That can be with respect to divisibility rule. That can be with respect to percentage. That can be with respect to profit and loss, discounts, time, speed and distance, time and work, whatever it is. Then finally they are asking question. Finally they are asking questions. So what we can see the options. In option A it is written only statement 1 is enough to provide the answer of this question. Statement 1 only will provide the answer. So we'll try to take the information of statement 1. With the help of that information only, we'll try to get the answer of this. If we are getting the answer, then it can be a correct answer, but we need to check further also, because UPSC is playing trick here also. It is writing statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone will provide the answer. That means we need to check statement 2 also. So if statement 2 we are using and getting the answer of this question, that means the answer is what? Statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone will provide the answer of this question. So while solving data sufficiency question, first see what are the options. What are the options? If this way option is written, we'll get this idea, okay, we need to go with both the statements. Like first statement also we'll take separately, then second statement also separately. Then we'll try to see if you are getting answer or not. Then UPSC has come up with this new trick. UPSC is giving option this way. Even without the help of these statements, we can get the answer. So data sufficiency questions, first we need to read statements. If one option is written, even without the statement we can get the answer, उसने question में ही सारी information दे दी UPSC. And even we are not reading these statements, then also we are getting the answer. That means the answer is this. So first we need to start with this. So in few questions last year UPSC did this. So in data sufficiency question, what we need to do? We need to check first options. Then go with the question. With the help of option, we can see if this option is given. Then first try to get the answer with the help of question only. Then if you're not getting, then we'll try to see what are the options. Statement 1 alone. If it is not written, statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone. If this option is not there. That means if with the statement 1 alone we are getting the answer, we know we don't need to go further. We are getting the answer. So these things we need to follow while doing data sufficiency questions. So data sufficiency question we can attempt only when we are having good concepts. Because concept based questions they are asking with respect to number system, with respect to time and work, time, speed, distance, sare concept they are putting here in data sufficiency. So if we compare data sufficiency and other questions, data sufficiency questions are difficult. 7, 8, 9 questions are coming from data sufficiency. And mostly we are going to skip these data sufficiency questions because accuracy is lower. So out of 7, 8 questions, 3, 4, 5, that is more than enough. That is also the thing we need to check. Then these blood relations, Poofa, Tai, Chacha, that question, blood relation. So that is also not very difficult. Then arrangement question. We have circular arrangement, we have linear arrangements, correct? So earlier they were asking like one passage was given. Then they were asking 2-3 questions. But right now they have started this one question, one information, A is sitting next to B, B is sitting left to C, this way they are providing information. Then they are asking just one question. So they have made it difficult. Thoda sa difficult banaya, but doable. Then inequalities, A is greater than B, B is greater than C, then C is greater than A or not. Inequalities. Then miscellaneous part, again they can club these. Basically they are clubbing with maths part, percentage part. So percentage they are including everywhere. Number system also, sometimes remainders. So that we need to check. So this is high yielding area, reasoning part. So we need to know what are different concepts. We need to know just 3, 4, 5 years ke question is also enough for this LR part. We can have 7, 8 questions correct. Done? Okay. Then for LR, for RC. For RC, I think we have already discussed. We don't have any source for it. What is the source for RC? It is PYQs. So what is the golden rule? Avoid mistakes. Jitna zyada se zyada ho sake. It cannot be 100% because if you are attempting like 50 questions, it cannot be like all the 50 questions are correct. So if it is like you are attempting 50 questions and you are marking 20 questions incorrect, then it is a problematic thing. So out of 50, 5, 7, 8, 10, it is fine. But it should not be more. So what happens if you see the number of questions, proportion? Like if you are attempting more questions from maths part, accuracy would be high. More RC questions, accuracy would be little lower. So more RC questions you are attempting, number of attempts should also be more. Like all the RC may, like you are attempting all the 27 questions. Correct. Then you are attempting 7, 8 reasoning questions. Correct. Then you are attempting 15, 20 maths question. Kitna ho gaya? 55 ho gaya? So number of attempts would be more. Like maths mein attempt kar rahe ho 20. 25. 25 you are attempting in maths, you will have lesser time available for RC. So 25, then not more than 15 RC you can do. So your attempt can be roughly below 50 only, but accuracy would also be at higher range. So do not try to maximize your attempts. Try to work on accuracy. So for that you need to have understanding, concept clarity. वो करना है. अब ideal attempt strategy क्या है? That is going to vary from everyone. Like student to student it will vary. So if I'm saying 45 to 50, it is the ideal number of attempts. The answer is no. It is not correct for everyone. It is not true for everyone. That would depend. You are attempting more questions from where. Like you are very good at RC, that means you are going to be having very high accuracy in RC. So you are attempting all the 27, 29 questions in RC, then 25 you are going to correct, 22, 27 and 24 you are going to correct. Then also it is fine. You are left with, you need to attempt 20 more. 20 more you need to attempt. So that 20 more, from where it will come? 7, 8 from reasoning, then remaining from maths. So maths we need to have. We need to study maths part, quant wala part, at least basics. Otherwise it would be difficult. If you are attempting all the 29 questions, sare correct kar rahe ho, then it is okay. 27 only we need. But still some part we need to do with maths, with LR. We cannot be dependent on just 1 or 2 part. All the 3 are required. You can devote lesser time, but you have to. What can be the correct order of the attempt? What do you think? Start with RC? Pakka? Quant and LR. Starting with quant and LR. Everyone? So that can be like different for different people. You can start with quant and reasoning. But if you are starting with quant and reasoning, what you can do? You can devote 40 to 45 minutes, not more than that. So timer should be there. Like if you are starting with this quant and reasoning part and you are taking 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes, it is deadly. Just timer. Put the timer on and see ki 40-45 minutes. How many questions I am attempting? Do that. Then switch to RC. This is one approach I am saying. This is one approach. Then switch to RC. Or in between also 20 minutes quant, then switch to RC. Then reasoning, then again come to quant. So this switching thing, this switching exercise is also good. What happens if you are doing quant, mind is stuck. Mind is not minding. So we can do switches. We can do switch from one topic to another. That also we can do. Or we can start with RC also. So whatever the subject you pick, whatever the topic you pick, do not go for very long time. Like RC you have picked, you started with RC, do not go for like 60 minutes. Go for 40, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 55 minutes. Like RC, if you're taking 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 20 questions, 25 questions you have done, then it is also fine. Because in RC also many think that we need to have like fresh mind so that we can think. What happens if you have done RC questions, 45 minutes gone, and you have like concentrated a lot, then there is a time limit also. Mind also needs some rest. So what happens in maths, they start doing calculation mistakes. You are reading plus is there, you are reading it, you multiply, it is being multiplied. So that also is like, we need to have some practice about it. And also in the meantime, they are allowing chocolates or things or not right now? It is allowed or not? Last year it was there? Okay. So we need to remove the wrapper, then we can take it to the hall. Okay, and fruits? No? Juice? No? Hai. So they're not allowing all these things. So these are also the new constraints. Earlier, our time, we were allowed in the classroom itself, wrappers, आवाज आ रही है, कट 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 कट, okay, किसी ने तो खोला, चलो, some 5-second break is there. Okay, so we need to have this way, the attempt strategy, it should be different for different people. Like you can start, like, see, you are strong with RC, start with RC. You are strong with maths, start with maths. But stick to time limit, that is important. In GS also, if you are very good with polity, you start with polity. Economics you are very good at, you start with economics, correct? So to have that confidence, otherwise you're not very good at maths and you started with maths, then you will stuck. It will lose in your confidence. Then this confidence will not go up in the examination hall. What happens? Because no one is coming to tell you, no, you are doing good. You are the only person you are talking to. You are saying, no, I am doing good. But that time you would say, nahi, gadbad ho gaya. To, and no one is there to pat you. Nahi, acha kar rahe ho, you are doing very good. Achhe se karo. An examiner, time ho gaya. These things will come in the examination hall. So they are going to, these are the things we need to practice a lot. Simulation, exam-like situations. For that we need to have confidence. So you need to understand, if this is happening, your confidence is going down, what to do? What to think? कि नहीं, पेपर में तो अच्छा कर रहा था मैं, अच्छी कर रही थी, अभी क्या हो गया? है ना? So क्या करना है ऐसे टाइम पे? If this situation is coming, what to do? Move on to next question, nothing else. है ना? Move on to next question. Move on to next topic, like you are doing maths, move on to RC. That is what you can do. So correct, nothing is correct, nothing is wrong. Whatever you do should not lose in your confidence. That is what. So these are the things we can discuss. If we see some questions here, do's and don'ts, everyone knows that. But it is very difficult. It is very difficult. No blind guessing. But if there is no option, then what to do? Then I'm going to do blind guessing. No ego questions. That is important. Like you are from IIT. You are very good at maths. Then what happens? One question came and you are not getting the answer. And that topic is also divisibility rule. Very simple topic. How come I am not getting answer? But UPSC is not going to award you like 10 marks for that question, even though it is very difficult. Every question, same marks. So no puzzles at the start, that is also like debatable. Like if you are very good at puzzles, go with it. No last 10 days CSAT preparation. Earlier this was the thing. Earlier everyone was saying, like in our times, like 14, 15, 16, 17, if they were asking about CSAT, what to do for CSAT, we'll think about just before the prelims exam, last week. But Right now, this is not the case. Then, if we see the questions, this fear removal and other things, this is what you are going to do. You are going to fight for it. So, how you can fight? Just go with the simulation practice. Like Abhyas or Abhyas is there, or open tests are there. What happens for 2 hours GS, after then 3 hours break, then again CSAT paper. So these kind of simulation test exercises you need to attempt. Then open test, I think open test. Acha, aisa hai? That is the case? Okay, so what you can do, you go to Abhyas and then you take one PYQ, you solve there. No? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. See, what you can do, what happens, I think open tests, they are very difficult. But Abhyas, they're not making very difficult. Yes, it is. 3 also. Last वाला तो people GS वाला भी easy होता है and CSAT वाला भी easy होता है, I guess. Because paper sitter also, they know this thing that prelims is very nearby. To boost the morale, and set easier question. See, if you're not getting that, what you can do? You can set your friend's place, at your friend's place, who is very critical of you. So set the examination hall in that your friend's place, who is very critical of you, who is every time criticizing you. You know? So that person would make sure that you're not doing any cheating and other things. Correct? If we see the questions, panic comes in the examination hall when it comes when you attempt wrong questions, which you could have skipped, but you tried to attempt it. देख लेते हैं बन जाएगा क्या? That is very difficult. Stay calm for 2 hours, that is very difficult. No one can be. But degree we can reduce. है ना? Calmness की degree we can increase. कि चलो, we're not very panicked. If we see the questions, like ego. See this question. This question came in 2022. An identity card has the number A, B, C, D, E, F, G, this way. Not necessarily in that order. Read this question. Where each letter represents a distinct digit, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, this way. Then after deleting, that is what I can see here. Then they're asking which of the following is a possible value for the sum of the middle 3 digits of the number. So this question topic we have identified, divisibility rule. But the question is like a paragraph. Question is like a paragraph. And at the end also it is asked possible value. So these kind of questions don't take on ego. Simply skip it. Simply skip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines are there. It is like one RC passage. RC passages are also very small nowadays. 3, 4 lines. One passage complete. But this is 9 lines. So these kind of questions, simply skip it. Because to solve this, it is going to take 10 minutes. 2 minutes for reading. While solving also we need to read. Correct? It is a loop. That means we are going to skip it. So in CSAT, like in UPSC mains, what happens? The art of answer writing we try to have. But here in CSAT, the art of skipping questions, that art we need to develop. So for that we need to study, we need to read concepts, and then we need to read questions also. What kind of questions is meant for skipping in the examination? When this question was set by the examiner, उसने भी सोचा था यही कि ये इसीलिए दे रहे हैं कि ये ना करें लोग, है ना? Then see the questions. Like, this number is divisible by which of the following numbers? This is also divisibility rule question. Earlier also divisibility rule question. But this is just single, one line question. Which of the following numbers? So this is what we can attempt. If we are having the concept, then we can attempt it. Anyone is getting answer for this? See, this number is even number or odd number? Even number, everyone? Even number is what? A number which is divisible by 2. This number is odd or even? A number which is not, which is divisible by 3, that is odd? Correct. That means a number which is not divisible by 2. That number, a number which is not divisible by 2, this is odd number. And we know this property, if we add even number and odd number, what we get? What we are getting? One even, one odd. Even, odd, we are getting odd number. We can see also other odd, even. Every time we are getting, this is the property. One odd number and one even number is added. What will get? Odd number. That means the resultant number, the sum of these two numbers is odd number. That we know. Now we'll check with the options. If this is odd number, this will not be divisible by 2. Check with the options. Only this option. Everywhere it is written, it is divisible by 2, divisible by 2, divisible by 2. The answer is what? B. Not divisible by 2. You know? There are other ways also with which we can get answer. But filhal, very simple question. But if we are having the basics, then see this. This number is divisible by which? See 24. This is also 24. Divisibility rule. See this. What can be the answer to this? So if the same logic we apply here, like first number is even, second number is even, so the resultant number is also even. So even number will not be divisible by 3, 7, 11. The answer is 10. But see, we are getting the correct answer, but the logic is not correct. Like 6 is what? Even number. It is divisible by 3. 14 is what? Even number. It is divisible by 7. Then 22 is what? Even number. It is divisible by 11. That means the logic we have applied, that is not correct, but we got the correct answer. है ना? ठीक है? So what logic we can apply? So here we need to check what is the unit digit of this sum. We need to check unit digit of this number. So unit digit of number के लिए we need to have unit digit of this number. Then unit digit of this number. If at unit place we are getting 0, we can say it is divisible by 10. And that is what we are going to get. Like 32 power 5. This is what? 2 power 5, all to the power 5. Then 2 power 27. Here what is the unit digit? For that we need to have the concept of cyclicity. So what happens? Ki if any number is written in this form, e to the power p, how we can get unit digit? First step, power divide by 4. See what remainder you are getting. Correct? Here, in the second step, suppose you are getting remainder r. If any number is divided by 4, what remainder you can get? क्या मिलेगा रिमाइंडर? यही मिलेगा 0, 1, 2, 3. We cannot get remainder 4. Correct? So what happens? if you are getting remainder 0, one case, if you are getting remainder 0, you are going to read ki it is 4. Just this correction we need to make here. What would be the unit digit of this number? It would be, the base is a to the power this r key value. This is how we can get unit digit of any number which is written in powers. Like here, it is written 2 to the power 27. What is the unit digit? First step, 27 ko divide by 4. What is the remainder? Everyone? 27 divided by 4. What is the remainder? 3. Second step, the unit digit of this number would be, base is 2 to the power this remainder 3. This is what? 2 power 3 ki value is what? 8. So this number can be written this way. At unit place we'll get 8. Then what about this 32 power 5? What is the unit digit? Again the same logic we can apply. 2 to the power 5. 5 divided by 4. Remainder 1. 5 by 4 remainder is what? 1. Then second step. Base is 2 ki 32. Base is 32, but we are going to take 2 only. 2 power 1. That is what? 2. That means 32 power 5. That number can be written this way. 2 at unit place. Second number, unit place 5. If we take the sum, 10 का divisibility rule. अब ये 32 पर 5 में 2 क्यों लिखा था मैंने? Like 32 per 5 can be written this way only. 32 into 32 into 32, 5 times. How we can get unit digit? By multiplying unit digits. Unit digit of this product would be 2 power 5. 32. That way also we can get answer. Done. So this way we can expect questions. Then see 25. 4-digit number n is such that divided by this leaves a remainder of this. Correct? 25. Then what is the smallest number greater than 1000? When divided by this leaves remainder 3. What is the 4-digit number when divided by this? In each case, remainder is 2. Similar questions. Similar questions. This way, unit digit also similar questions with some variations. So that is what we can see every year. And this year also we can see similar questions. अब calculus, integration, differentiation, ये सब तो नहीं पूछेंगे. They are going to ask these questions only. See this question again. Odd, even. It is odd, it is even. This way same question was asked previous year. Every year they are asking this way one question. Adding 2 numbers, multiplying 3 numbers, subtracting, what would be the nature of the resultant number. So this way we can see questions are being asked. In LR to or similarity. So we need to have a basic idea like what kind of topics UPSC is speaking, then what kind of concepts it is speaking, then we need to practice these things. After completing clearing the concepts, that would be more than enough. बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करनी है, but इतनी मेहनत से बचना भी नहीं है. Both the things are important. We cannot skip this part. और बहुत भी नहीं पढ़ना है. Correct? और इसको छोड़ना नहीं है. Like you cannot skip it for March, April. कि अप्रैल में देखेंगे CSAT. अप्रैल में GS इतना पढ़ना होगा कि फिर CSAT याद ही नहीं आएगा कि CSAT भी है पेपर एक. Yes. Because numbers are there. Because numbers are there. Remembering numbers are very difficult. है ना? Birthday याद नहीं रहते ना, अपने याद रहते हैं, दूसरों का याद रहते हैं. Numbers because of numbers. है ना? Month याद रहता है, numbers. Numbers नहीं याद होते. Numbers are difficult. That is why we need to revise it. That is why है ना birthday मनाते इसीलिए लोग हैं कि लोगों को याद रहे. है ना? Repetition. So here also repetition is there. We need to practice more and more. Done? If you are having any question, then I will take it. Otherwise, you're free to go. It is Saturday? Yes, okay. So thank you everyone. You know, all the best. If you're having any question, yes? 90. Because what happens, we see the answer keys, variations, 5 plus minus 5. So we need 15 marks ahead, at least 15, 20 marks. So 90 the target. Do not target for 66, target for 90. So how many questions you need to attempt? What accuracy do you have? You can decide on that. Thank you everyone. Very good.
Most aspirants think revision means reading the same books again and again, highlighting lines, turning pages, hoping it sticks. But real revision doesn't work like that. Revision is not about rereading, it's about recall, connections and practice. If you can't recall an answer without opening the book, it won't help in the exam hall. True revision is about connecting concepts, simplifying them through mind maps, and strengthening recall with repeated MCQ practice. That's where structured revision makes a difference. The quick revision classes for prelims starting 20th January at 2 p.m. are designed exactly for this. Focused revision through core topics, smart consolidation, mind map based clarity, and MCQ driven practice. With 40 intensive classes, the program ensures complete coverage of high yield areas, helping you revise efficiently and recall with confidence when it matters the most. Because in prelims, success does not come from reading again. It comes from remembering faster and applying better. To know more, visit our website or call us on the given number.